Hello and welcome to my colorful wardrobe oasis. So I might be kind of slightly biased because all of my favorite things are in here, but this is actually one of my favorite rooms in Groovy House. It's actually not a room that other people can go into because it's my wardrobe, but we made a pretty big transformation in here and I cannot wait to tell you all about it. So let's go. So it's always been my dream to have a walk-in wardrobe, like just a massive space where I could see everything, right? So like I've lived in all these like small spaces and all of my clothes were either crammed on top of each other or in our room that was for something else, and I never had access to everything. And with my job and needing to like dress up every day, it was really hard to find stuff. So when I saw this room in the studio, it was actually like, I think almost as big as the living room downstairs. And so I was like, you know what, I'm taking this for me. So I'm obsessed with these racks. Of course they're black, but I'm gonna paint them at some point and try to figure out what we're gonna do. But I love having these double racks here because then you can see everything. Like everything is color coordinated, of course. And we've got dresses up here, then we've got cords here, and then we have jackets here and tops over there. So it's just been so nice to just be able to, oh, I want something yellow, go to the yellow. Oh, I want a dress, go to the dresses. Like it's just been honestly such a dream. And I've actually had these racks before in another house and they like all came crashing down. But that's because there was just no room to put everything else everywhere. So everything was just on like 2 of them or maybe even 1, I don't remember. But yeah, it's a dream to have like such a big space. So let me tell you a bit about the paint. It will come as no surprise to you that it's lick in here as well. The paint on the wall is yellow 03 and I was like, okay, let's have a fully yellow room because yellow is not a color that we had done. But then I said, you know what, let's bring some other colors in here. So we painted the floor pink and then I was like, well, why don't we just paint the shelves for the shoes another color? So then we have the orange and then we also have the orange mirror. And so there's just a lot going on in here, but I absolutely love it. Like, having a space to put all of my shoes. I used to have my shoes on these like really ugly, just like Amazon racks, and like there's nothing wrong with that. I had them for years, but being able to have this is insane. Like it's so high, I have to like dramatically get on a ladder to get my stuff. And I just love kind of like swooning here and like getting all my pieces. But this has just been so amazing and like we color coordinated it. So we have all of like, you know, my loads and loads of black here. And then we've got blue, then green and yellows. And then the same with the bags on top. And then if you have a look on the other side, you'll see all the pinks and the oranges. I have tons of pink shoes as you can see. And then we've also got the pink bags and orange bags and we've got a bit of blue dotted around. But yeah, it's been so cool to be able to have all of my shoes here. And putting these up, my handyman Jez, who you've seen already, did these. And my mom had the brilliant idea, instead of putting the wood like straight onto the wall, we have it on brackets here so that I can move the wood if like my shoes change, because obviously I sell stuff and I get stuff. So if for some reason at one point I have like more boots and smaller shoes, then I can make the distances bigger or smaller. So brilliant idea from mother. So another dream of mine has been to have like just a dedicated workspace. My workspace before was either like my like vanity or where I had to, I don't know, like just get ready and like do makeup and other things. And so there was never a space where it was like just a computer, just stuff dedicated for work. And so Apple literally sent me that iMac and I asked them for orange and they sent orange, and so it matches with the space and I'm so obsessed with it. It is just so freaking cool. And then we just have some like little decorations here that are from Clevering, another brand that I love. And then I got this really cool lamp from a guy who also had a studio in my original space. It's called Blue and Green, and this is like a vintage lamp that then he reupholstered this bit, and I just love the pattern clash. You know me, I love a good pattern clash. I love color, and so it's just so fun. And then these ones I got from Wall of Art, and a little hack for you for like stuff like this. If you are kind of a person who does a lot of shoots and things like that, take the glass out of the frame because then you get all the reflection. And so this just kind of gives it like a matte look, and then you're never gonna see your reflection in here. So that's just a little tidbit that I learned while I was doing up the studio. But I just love this little bit, and like I can just sit here and do my work and be all fancy on my iMac, and I'm just obsessed with it. It's just, look at it. It's colorful. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Something else that I've always wanted is an island for my jewelry. My jewelry is constantly just like in boxes and all over the place and like scrambled together. And so we thought, why not get a kitchen island? This is literally from IKEA, and fully like refurbish it so that it's something completely different. So this was like the most boring IKEA island you could ever think of, and then we turned it into this. But like, of course I tiled this myself, and then now I have a space where I can see all of my necklaces, all of my like rings just laid out like this. And then I've been able to get like really cool little boxes for my jewelry and stuff, and I'm just obsessed with it. And it's just a nice place for me to like have fun with shapes and textures. On this side of the island actually was like just open, and I thought that was so ugly, and so I made these curtains for it, and I'm obsessed with the patterns. And then I put this trim on it. I actually got this trim to put somewhere else in the studio ages ago, and we never used it, and so I was like, oh, this is a good way to finish this off because it wasn't looking great. And I'm just so obsessed. Oh, I need to show you really quickly. If you've been watching my YouTube since we started, you would notice that these are the tiles that I told you I got in New York, and they're just so fun, so I had to incorporate this into this whole mosaic thing that we've got going on. I also had like extra tiles from like older projects, and so this one was actually, these pink ones were actually from obviously the kitchen, and I had lots of leftover tiles. I thought I actually had enough left over and I didn't, so this project took me like 4 days because I had to order more tiles. But I just love this little like bit of personality that it brings, and then I can like move stuff around, and you know, we can just create like so many different shapes here, which I just think is so fun. So over here we've got all of my coats. Now, no, I am not packing them away when it is summer because we live in England, and you know, it's never summer, but also I just can't be bothered. I love them, they're so pretty. I have the space, so I'm keeping them out. So of course they're like color coordinated here, and then we have another one for all of my trousers and shorts and things. But I am gonna be calling myself the curtain queen, okay? I'm taking this title, right? So I have found such good curtains. Look at these ones. Like, they're just so amazing. And what is behind here is like a really ugly room divider for our office, and there was just no way I was gonna have that there, because now I can shoot against this, and it is just so fun. I'm actually loving having this space be the space that has all the different colors, all the different patterns. Like, everybody who comes in here is just so happy afterwards, and like, and it just makes me so happy. So let me show you how good this is, because it's a really good thing that I did this. Like, this is what is behind there. A whole bunch of junk. So yeah, it just means that like we can have another backdrop here, and I can do this and have really cool backdrops. I can have a pattern backdrop, which is just so cool without having to paint. And so I just love them. I found them on Etsy, and this was another thing that took forever and cost me so much because I had to pay so much in shipping. So at first I was like, oh, we'll get 2. And then it was like, oh no, we need another one. And then it was like, oh no, we need 2 more. So there are 5 panels of curtains here, and each time I had to pay so much in shipping. Honestly, doing this house has been such a learning lesson. The amount of money that I have lost, I don't even want to talk about that, but we're here now and I love it. And so let me show you the like little loungy bit, because you know, we need to relax as well. Okay, so if there's one thing about me, I am not wasting anything. So this couch was actually in the old studio, and so was this in our little set in the corner. And so I had to bring it here. It's actually a really cool couch. Like the curve of it is so cool. Like, look at this. It's such a cool couch. I mean, you can't really do that much on it, to be honest, but it's pretty. So we're keeping it here. And then this I got from Oliver Bonas. I just love it. We actually had these curtains here before and then switched them, because when this room was white, it wasn't even white, it was like an off-white, and so the yellow curtains just honestly looked so crap next to them. And then when I painted the room yellow, I realized that the curtains are the exact same color as the paint, and so I put them up so fast, and I love it. It just continues that whole line, and it honestly is just so cool. If you guys know about Gustav Westman, I think is his last name, he's a really cool artist and does like all the wavy mirrors. And of course, I'm sorry, I was just not spending 4 grand on a mirror, so I had my handyman do this for me. So obviously it's not perfect, the shape isn't perfect, but I actually outlined this myself, and then we did it, and I think it's just so cool. Like, now I have that kind of vibe in here without the £4,000 price tag, because this was a mirror that I already had in my flat, and then we just put this frame on it. So all it cost me was the MDF and then my handyman to do it for me. And so good. So over here we have a really cute little section for my sunglasses. It's been so cool to like just have them out, because at first they were all in cases and I have to open every single one, figure out which one was in there, and it took forever. And so now we have them all here, color coordinated of course. And then I actually have these like crates that I got that like hold my like soft bags because they couldn't fit up on the shelves. And so it's such a good idea. You can get them in like all sorts of different colors, and they're just so good. And then I have this Keith Haring that my partner got me from Blue and Green for my birthday, and I'm just so obsessed with it, and I finally found a place to put it on top of here, and it's just so cool. I'm obsessed with Keith Haring, like to no end. So I just love this little section, so cute. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Honestly, this room is my absolute dream, and to be able to have this and come in here every day is just amazing. But anyway, next we're gonna go in the hallway. It's green and I cannot wait for you to see. So I'll see you back here next week. Bye.